Hey guys, it's Arlen of Awakened Sponda. I hope everybody's doing well. I am back on today after quite a few days. I kept thinking I would do a video, but I was not energetically prepared to do that in the past few days. I've had a lot of heavy energies I've been dealing with within myself and just in general. So I was waiting for the right time, and I'm feeling so much more empowered right now. I am feeling so much clearer. Some things were really crazy. Like I would have to say almost Dark Night of the Soul-ish. We're being stretched. All of us are being stretched to an expansion right now. Feminines, masculines, it's just what's happening. And feminines are expanding that much more. And so funny. You think you're like everything's good, then all of a sudden it's like wham, like and take you a little deeper, it just shows you a whole nother layer. I mean, it's never ending. The work is never done, guys. The moment you think your work is over, get ready. Because it's never like that, and we know that. But anyway, I will start with some announcements, and then I want to roll back into kind of some things I experienced and kind of maybe help you guys with some things you might be going through. So announcements. Every first Wednesday of the month from now on until whenever we decide not to, I will be doing sonic sound meditations at Shepherd Dermatology in the Discovery Room. It's this beautiful room that they have there. It's just high vibe. There's also a walking Zen garden, bees. I've said this before, but their energy is that place in general. The energy is really high, and really it matches what I'm doing, and I love it. So I invite you guys to come to that. Any first Wednesday you can make it. It's in Mount Pleasant. $25 exchange. And it's a guided meditation in the beginning with some frequency-minded music from listeningtosmile.com if you're interested in any music, as well as a sound bath from me. And hopefully in the future, I mean, my vision is to have, some friends come in here and there that can offer their gifts as well. And that's just, for now it's me, and that's great. But in the future, that's what my hopes are, to incorporate some other hands in the mix to make a grander experience. But anyway, moving on. Okay, so this week coming up, I have a sonic sound bath at the Salt Oasis in Somerville. So it's in the Salt Cave there. It's amazing. It's super small space, so we're looking at I could fit like 6-7 people in there, 7 tops comfortably. It's very tiny, very intimate, but I just love the sessions I do there with people, because it's so intimate and very communicative, and you get to meet everybody in the cave, and it's just a great experience. So if you'd like to sign up for that, please visit the website of Salt Oasis in Somerville and sign up online. Okay. Next, I have me and Ashley Ann Brown. Yay! This is exciting because I love working with her. We're doing a breath and sound at Lotus downtown this month, and that's so exciting. Because I'm excited to work with Lotus as well. It's just a super rad little healing center there, and very just on my page, or on the collective's page, put it that way. It's very, very communicative. And anyway, Breath and Sound will be held there on March 16th. It's Saturday, between 2 and 4, so it's 2-hour time frame. This is a very intimate and very healing workshop. So it's going to involve breath work, some really amazing shamanic frequency music, as well as sound and energy work. I definitely provide the energy work throughout that session. So it's amazing and super incredibly healing. If you're up for that this month, that's going to be down there at Lotus, so please sign up online with them as well. That's limited to 12 spots, so don't hesitate. If you feel a nudge, do it. Do it. Just do it, you know? So that's that. Also, wow, this week, on the 14th, this is just for those of you that know me, and I don't know, when I talked in my video last week about letting go of the past, you know, really getting into the depths of whatever it might be that you need to be cutting off. I didn't really know I would end up going the route I did with this, but it's what Spirit led to me, or brought to my attention. And it's something that's been long running, but I've never known it was time like I've known now. So you've noticed I have dreadlocks. I've had dreadlocks for 16 years now. It's been quite a commitment, and oh man, I don't know, a huge part of my life, and it's truly become part of my identity, whether I, you know, intentionally wanted it to be that way or not. It definitely, I don't feel was intentional in any way. A lot of the time I find it more annoying to talk about my dreadlocks. Sometimes I wish somebody would ask me how I'm doing rather than want to talk to me, you know, because of my dreadlocks. But and then there's judgments from the other side. I mean, dreads, that you really set yourself apart with these things. And that's part of probably why I've always had them as well. This isn't my first set either. I've had dreadlocks most of my life, if you know me. So I decided that I'm cutting them off on the 14th. I will be going in to shed my mane, and it's incredibly humbling. It's incredibly exciting. Like I've been back and forth with it for the past few years. And I just never could, I would get to the edge of like, I'm going to do it, and then back off, because it was honestly fear of like weird things that you know, just superficial things, even a little bit of my ego. I mean, a lot of it was, you know, oh God, would I be pretty, or would I be the same, or I don't know. It's just all these attachment things that we a lot of time have and don't realize it. Just scared to change, to be honest, and yeah, and like being scared I'd regret it, all these feelings. However, the way it's been set up for me this time is so perfect, and so it's so right on time that there's no denying it. Like, I mean, and the fact that even Skylar, who's going to be doing my hair, thank you, oh my God, love that girl. So she's going to be helping me to do this. She's going to be my energy worker for this. But she had to schedule it out, and honestly, I was like, oh no, we need to do this like right now, because this is, I'm in the moment, and I need to do this now. Because in the past I have actually backed off because I thought about it too much. I started overthinking, and then I changed my mind, you know. But so I was like, okay, let me meditate on it, and so I sat with Spirit for a little bit, sat with myself, and something inside was just like, this is exactly what needs to be, to give me that preparation time to really detach myself from the locks before they even go. This is so important. So there's no, it's actually going to help shift my energies. I already feel the shift. It's like, the preparation part is so important. So, and this goes into like so much of our lives, honestly, like prepping before you just boom, this is like, you might know what's about to happen over here, you know, like I know I'm gonna have short hair next week, and my dreads are gonna be completely gone, but the preparation period to it is so important, because it's like I'm getting myself ready. Not only am I preparing myself, but I've begun preparing all the people around me, so there's none of this shock and awe factor, which can really mess with your energy, you know what I mean? whether it be somebody else or whether it's my own. Like, I want to, it's like I see myself literally from an outside position at this point, and I know it's my higher self. It's me in my higher form. Literally being able to look at this situation and go, okay, like I'm orchestrating this whole thing, truly, like in a very powerful way, because I'm preparing myself. I'm preparing people around me. It's like taking control. It's crazy, but this is what it's all about. Honestly, it's wild, and that's why it's also so freaking exciting. I am so excited for this newness for myself. I am just over the moon, honestly, about it. And I'm excited to have short hair, and I'm excited that I can like do whatever I want with my hair now, and I don't know, just to have the weight off. And all these years, if you guys only knew the life I've lived with these dreads, it's like almost like, why am I walking around with this anymore? It just doesn't make sense to have them anymore. That's how clear it's been made to me. It's just this has nothing to do with who I am anymore, none, and where I'm going. It's going to be very empowering, and like I said, think about the energy. You know what I mean? Like, it's when I tell you guys, clean your space out, clean the things out of your space. Clean the inside out. This is why we do it, because we are energy. Everything holds energy. And, I've been holding space for all this old energy. And guess what? Now I'm going to release myself from all this old shit. And I almost feel like I'm going to start levitating or something. Like, it's going to be so liberating and life-changing for me. And I know it. Like, it's going to bring in, I just feel like my manifestations are just going to be like, boom. Not even kidding. Not even kidding. So that was a really long spiel on that, but that's okay. I think it's good for me to talk about, and it's good for somebody to hear out there. So get rid of the shit. Get rid of the shit. Get rid of the old things, the old relationships, the old patterns, the old hair, and the old, I don't care if it's clothes, if it's an old necklace, if it's something, I don't know. I don't care. Get rid of it. It's not worth it. We're detaching from the ego. Ego is dying. This is what I'm going to get into. This is a lot of what's happening right now in the collective. This is part of our freedom. This is part of moving higher, getting out of these lower centers. We're moving up past the heart now. We're operating out here. So that's why I know a lot of my dark night of the soul came about recently, and some things that I was going through. It started with me just kind of feeling almost numb, kind of detached from my emotions, and then kind of moved into a little bit of anger, and I'm like, whoa, where's that coming from, and it just, and a lot of this, some of it's mine, some of it's not mine. However, I know that some of this was me digging a little deeper, clearing a little more away, so that I can hold more light. And there's a lot of other things. I'm also a twin flame, and and to twin flames out there, God bless you, because we are going through a radical change very quickly, and the masculine's going through a radical change very quickly, and things are clearing, things are coming out quick, and I've had some dreams that definitely expressed this to me and showed me what was going on with us at a deeper level, and it explains why I'm clearing more. And I've had feelings come up that I thought I completely gotten rid of. I actually had a psychic attack in my dream state, not last night, the night before. And I hadn't had a psychic attack in my dream state in a really long time. And this is, let me just tell you, okay, This is why it's so important for us to master our emotions. Emotions are a gift, okay? They really are. They help us identify things, blah, 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 all that. But if we don't learn how to master our emotions, we allow old things, the past, to completely run our outside world, what's manifesting, what's coming into our life, what we're allowing into our life. And we do this not knowing we're even doing it because we haven't taken time to identify or even understand our emotions. This is why you got to meditate. This is why you got to go within. This is why it's important to stop looking at all this and start looking in this, in ourselves. This is where the answers are. Okay. Now let me, this is how it goes with me. Where are we at? Okay. Emotions. Oh, dreams. Okay. So this is okay, I'll tell you part of why. When I was first going through, well, last year when I was going through a huge overhaul, and and I'm a dreamer. I'm a lot of things. I'm very well. My dream is part of. I don't know. Some people don't have dreams, or they don't, or they do. We all have dreams, but they don't remember them or whatever. I have not been that person. I get messages in my dreams. It's definitely a place I go, and I'm well aware a lot of the time. Now there's times that you have to be able to differentiate, because sometimes your dreams are not, you can't just go on everything that's you begin to develop your gift when you realize that you have it, I guess. But it's where you start recognizing what is significance, what is the message, and what is just that's nothing to do, or where you're being manipulated. Because, okay, our dream state is a place where we can be psychically attacked. And this is where, like, things like archons and lower energy entities kind of can get us. And honestly, it's really the only place where they can fuck with us, without saying it any other way else. But because everything's in the mind, this is why we talk about your thoughts being so important. Now, you can be susceptible in your dream state to psychic attacks and to be manipulated out of fear, out of sadness. That's why we have to be well aware of our emotions all the time, because this influences things like when we go to sleep. We're not even realizing that we're being programmed in our sleep. If we're not careful, we are being programmed the wrong way. This is something that I've been awakened to. I didn't always know that. For a while, I just didn't know even what dreams. I'm like, why do I have these crazy dreams? Why do I have these crazy deja vus? Why does shit show up in my life the way it does? But as I've started to learn and be open to it now it's like I see where you can be manipulated. I've seen where they've tried to manipulate me through my dreams. And then I see where Spirit's speaking to me in my dreams. So, big difference. So, like, for instance, this might help you understand what I'm talking about. The other night, I was so heavy emotionally, so overwhelmed with sadness and just doubts. There was so much doubt. It started by just a little fraction of a doubt. And this had to do with some things that are very significant as to who I am and what I'm here to do. I started, just like I told y'all, don't be hopping those timelines with your doubts and shit. Well, it's funny when I speak about things, it's like, oh, the Spirit goes, no, you're going to experience that so you can see. I don't know if that's the plan or what it is. But so this little sprig of doubt grew, and then as as I'm like laying in my bed, and it's just like I just started feeling like you just feel like you just want to hide from the world. You don't want to see. I don't want to engage in anything. I was just so consumed with my sadness, and I didn't. Sometimes it's really hard, and that's why you got to we got to learn how to use these mantras, whatever it takes to get yourself out of that as fast as you can. Now, this happened in the middle of my sleep state, I woke up and I was just overwhelmed with just sadness. And I started bawling like I just started bawling, and I know it was a release. Like it needed to happen. It was a clearing for me to just release it, even though I'm going. I don't know. Part of this, I think that wasn't just me. I think that was a lot of the collective energies, and you'll realize this as a collective consciousness. We sometimes, a lot of times, experience other people's things because we are one, y'all. And anyway, so this was just a super heaviness, and some of it I knew. It was a deep release of just old traumas, and a deeper release than what I've already had. And this was pertaining to doubts that that I allowed to enter in whatever my thought space, which was ridiculous because I know better. But however, and I spoke to, I handled that. I got up, I handled that. But I still had this overwhelming, I still just, maybe not completely cleared from it, but I went back to bed, or fell back asleep, as I was praying, actually. And then something showed up in my dream where it was like, I clearly saw the psychic attack. Like I saw this is what happens when you're in that low frequency. It's like vibration when I talk about where you vibrate. They can come closer to you to attack, and they're not gonna, like, especially if you're aware, like, they're not gonna do anything except fuck with your head. That's all they really can do. But if you know better, that's why we have to be reprogramming ourselves so that we don't fall susceptible to this shit. But I clearly saw the psychic attack for what it was, and I know that my guides were helped me to see it clearly. It was almost like it was laid out clearly. I know what it was attacking, and it was attacking the fact that I am a twin flame. It's attacking my mission, and I will say this to the feminines: we are always the first target of attack. Always. It's always been like this, and that gets into some other things, but we're always attacked first. Because if we falter, then we throw the whole game off. Do you know what I mean? I mean, if you really just think about it, it makes sense. Why wouldn't you? So anyway, clearly acknowledged a psychic attack in my dream, and I woke up, I was like, nah. It didn't even affect me anymore. Actually, I was empowered after that, and they hate that. Oh, they hate when you're in your power. They would do nothing more to try to knock us off, or that high hope they have. It ain't never gonna happen. But anyway, point is, I woke up a lot more empowered after I saw clearly what it is, and then I just knew that I needed to bring this to light for you guys, and that's the importance of mastering your emotions. And before you go to sleep at night, if you're in a fear state, if you are in a sad state, really to do your best, whether it be doing a self-hypnosis, whether it be sitting in meditation for a little bit, running some mantras. You can write your own mantras. You don't have to be doing some Indian mantra. I mean, you can, but you can write out your own mantras that will bring affirmation and change. Words are powerful. And you can change your own thought. You can reprogram yourself, period. And you need to. This is something you're required to do if you really want to ascend and break out this matrix, okay? This is part of the deal. It takes work, and effort. Otherwise, you're just going to live in slaves like the rest of humanity, I mean, that's part of their program. The program that we've been put into is that they program us. Now, if you're not programming yourself, you're allowing somebody else to program you. See that? So, in order to glitch this bitch, you're going to have to program yourself. You got to wake up and really fully understand what's going on. And there's a lot to understand what's going on. I'm not saying I even know all that yet or at this point. But my God, I am doing my work because I'm well aware. Anyway, So I really, what I wanted to share was a bit about this ego death that we're going through. It's a beautiful thing. It's really separating us from the 3D and bringing in the higher, the 5D, but grounding it into the 3D, if that makes sense. So I just want to encourage you, if you're going through anything that it just feels too heavy, you need, if you can open up to, if you know somebody trustworthy that you can open up to that can help you to maybe just remind you, because sometimes we just need to be reminded. Sometimes it's just like a thing, you know, that'll just trigger a remembrance where you're like, oh shit, yeah. You know, it's just often we forget, and then we'll end up spiraling out, you know, emotionally or whatever. You know what I mean? I pulled 2 cards, and I'm just going to talk about these 2 cards real quick because I think it's kind of cool. I pulled the Sensical. The Sensical is, I believe, where the collective is right now in a lot of ways. The Sensical is all about, see the dog? I really want you to see the dog, because this is what I see every time I look at this card. If you, I mean, think about a dog. Think about the loyalty a dog has. I mean, it's like a loyalty like no other. They'll do anything for their person, you know, or their little tribe. But the Sensical is all about being obedient to the call. And as a collective right now, is, like I said, a pivotal time to be obedient to the call. The call, your authentic call, who you are. To letting the past and the bullshit and the old programs, old patterns, the old people, things, places, all that, let it go. Because now is like a time for new earth. Now is a time for us to do what we came to do. And that may be different than what we ever thought. The way it might come together might just really surprise you. You know? I mean, anything and everything we do throughout the day in our life, we're manifesting our reality. We're creating our reality. You know? So it's time to put everything to use at this point, because it's really a magical time, miraculous time, where, you know, shit is just shifted, and you're about to see love like you've never seen love before on this planet. And it's amazing to me. Like when I get a glimpse, it's like, holy shit. Just an awakening, a complete awakening where people are, we're waking up, we're moving, we're ascending. Our frequencies, our bodies are changing. Everything's changing. Paradigm's changing, you know, and we can be excited for it. Be excited for it. There's nothing not to be excited. There's nothing holding you back anymore. Anyway, Sensical. All about letting go of the ego, about loyalty. It's about dedication, you know? Let's see, commitment, willingness. It's beautiful. This is where we are as a collective. The sensei. It's sensei. I love it. He's got like keys hanging from his ears. And also, once again, I pulled yin, because what I tell you, feminine. Feminine energy is balancing out. It's balancing out. There's nothing stopping it at this point. This is what's going to bring the love like never before. Love for ourselves first, and then love for our partnerships. And for twin flames, it is just exciting. You know, the true love does exist. Yeah. It's about to get real, to be honest, for a lot of people. Yeah, times are changing. We're changing. Frequency's changing. Love, everything. It's all getting an overhaul. It's all getting a massive overhaul for the highest good. Radical changes. And it's something to be excited for, like I said. You gotta mind your thoughts. You gotta get the mastery, self-mastery. That's where it all starts. And knowing that you create your reality. We've been told otherwise for our entire lives. We just learn to accept all this shit around us, all this matter. But what is this matter? It's energy. It's all energy. It's all energy. I saw something the other day on the internet that was so funny. It was like, man, maybe the hippies were right. And I had to laugh because I'm like, yeah. Yeah, in a lot of ways the hippies have been right all along. You know, the radicals. The ones that everybody looks at and goes, oh, that's fucking silly. Oh, it's just silly. Can't be. I don't know. They say, you know, oh my god. We won't get into that, but facts are facts, guys. Anyway, that was all over the board, and I don't know. Like I said, I'm new to this YouTube stuff. I'm new to sharing with you guys and sharing in general, so it might be all over the place at this point. I don't really know. I'll know when I look at the video and play it back, but bear with me. I'm sure my abilities will enhance. I know they will. They already are. I mean, but anyway, I just hope it helps in some way. And yeah, till next time, cut the past out. Let it go. Because there's something amazing right around the corner. Or right there, right now. Alright, love you guys. Love is all that is. As within, so without. As above, so below. So be it.